Let's go to Marco Mossad. He's the non-resident scholar at the Middle East Policy Council and a cybersecurity expert. Great to have you on the program today. Thank you for joining us. Now, the US Secretary of State said, as I mentioned, the killing of the Hamas leader could create an opening for peace. Do you believe that?
Thanks so much for having me, Sally. This marks the 11th visit by the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, and there are multiple visits by another U.S. officials, including the Secretary of Defense, the National Security Council, and even the U.S. President was there. From the U.S. perspective, the killing of Hamas leader is like a golden chance for to put more pressure on all players in the Middle East right now just to achieve peace, and also saying that Israel have achieved a key goal here. However, I see this as a misreading of the situation right now, because neither the Israelis nor the Americans have a definition of a victory. Or in other words, I have a question here. What must the Israelis have to accomplish victory or to achieve peace? There's no like a definition or an answer here. I think also that day by day, the U.S. also witnessing that the Israelis have like different goals, even like in Gaza or in Lebanon, and we are also witnessing like many killings of the leaders of Hamas and also Hezbollah, and it's not enough for the Israelis. From the U.S. also are fully aware of this ambiguity, and also but they're trying to send message to the international community, saying which the Biden administration, Harris, they're trying to say that they are trying to do their best to achieve goal even a few days before the elections. And also as for Netanyahu, it's highly unlikely that he will accept ceasefire right now. Why? Because he wants to, if he will do that, he will deliver a huge political win to Kamala Harris, and he doesn't want to do that. Right. He wants Donald Trump in the White House in the next 4 years, because he knows Trump, he will deliver sanctions and also international isolation to the Iranian regime. This is what typically Netanyahu wants from the U.S. presidential election right now.
Right, and in the lead up to that, of course, currently the White House is trying to tamper down a potential wider Middle East war. The FBI is investigating a leak of classified documents that appear to show Israel's plan for retaliatory attacks on Iran. What might a direct attack on Iran look like?
After Iran launched like between 180 to 200 ballistic missiles into Israel, we were talking about like hitting targets, nuclear targets in Iran, and then we were talking about hitting military targets, and now we're talking about hitting only like targets or houses of Iranian officials. So I think the U.S. pressure is like doing their best right now to just reduce the timing and the size of the Israelis' like retaliation against Iran, because they understand that the U.S. understands like huge miscalculation here when it comes to direct retaliation against Iran will inflict or influence like the U.S. presence or the military presence, or also the influence like or will affect the U.S. interest in the Middle East. So I think the Middle East, the U.S. right now is doing their best just to put pressure on Israel not to target highly sensitive targets in Iran, and this is like most likely works right now. However, also there is another goal of the U.S. Secretary of State Blinken to the Middle East right now to talk about the dire humanitarian situation right now. Remember just to like the Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense in a joint letter to the Israeli cabinet, they give them an ultimatum, either like to allow the humanitarian aid to Gaza Strip, or they will face like restriction or more restriction on the weapons and also in the military and political arena in the Middle East. So I think this is like a huge visit from the U.S. Defense Secretary of State Antony Blinken to the region. However, I don't accept any, or I don't anticipate any huge political outcome of that, because we have seen like that Blinken has been in the region for more than 10 times right now, and he has not done any political pressure into Netanyahu or on Netanyahu to achieve peace right now.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Marco Mossad, really appreciate your time.
Thank you.